Hey everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live today. This is my name's Jen Polson. If you're watching this for the first time, like on my YouTube channel, welcome. Every Wednesday at 12:30 Central, I do a Facebook Live where I just spend a couple minutes and share a couple thoughts. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be here. Okay, today what I want to talk about is the topic of being free and what that means. And so I just want you to take a breath on that for a second and just think about, if you could be free of something that's going on in your life or an emotion or a habit, what would that mean to you? Like, how would your life be different if you could be free? Hey Angie, thanks. I'm excited to see you too. So think about like where you're, like maybe your relationships. Do you feel free to be yourself? Do you feel free to be your best self in your relationships? Do you feel free to be able to communicate your heart? And do you feel free to like give from your heart? I want to kind of slow this conversation down a little bit because I really want you to think about, these questions that I'm asking you. Okay, so let's talk about your emotions. Okay. Do you or does someone like feel in bondage to like depression or anxiety? Or do you feel like, what if you could be free of any anger or resentment that you're carrying around? How would that change your life? And what would it take to really be free of that? Okay, let's think about our physical bodies. Do you have anything in your life that you're addicted to? I mean, I used to be a Diet Dr. Pepper addict. I was fully addicted to Diet Dr. Pepper, and my body knew exactly when it wanted it. There were certain times of the day that I felt compelled to go get a Diet Dr. Pepper. I hardly had the freedom to choose anything different. And then if I got triggered by something and I got an emotional tailspin, then I definitely needed that Diet Dr. Pepper. I wasn't free to choose anything different to manage that, at least not in the moment. Not until I became more aware of some things. We're going to talk about that in a minute. What about food? Is there any kind of addiction there for you? Do you stress eat? Do you eat when you're sad? Do you turn to food, when things aren't going right? Does that keep you from feeling free to make a different choice? Does it keep you from feeling like you can, turn to the divine? Sometimes those addictions and those habits numb us out to what else is possible. And our brains are so used to doing what feels comfortable and familiar. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is how you can start that journey of becoming free so that you can make better choices in your life, and you can be free to be happy and be free to be successful. I was recently in Puerto Rico. You might have seen on some of my posts, and I was working there with a client of mine, and we were looking out over the ocean one morning, and she pointed out this bird. It was beautiful. It had this really long wingspan, and she said, "Jen, do you know those birds can stay in flight for up to 3 months?" It just blew my mind. Like, what? They don't even have to come down. They don't have to get food. She's like, no, they can catch food from other birds that, have dropped stuff. They they can stay in motion and flow for up to 3 months. And I took that in, and I looked at like the beautiful surroundings that we were in, and I thought to myself, wow, like what would it be like to feel like I could just flow that easily and that gracefully and not get hung up on, just, I don't know, the everyday life drama and what I'm addicted to and what are people thinking, and what if I could just flow so easily, through life like that. And of course there's going to be some storms, but even having the freedom to be able to weather the storms and to flow through the storms instead of getting stuck and caught up in that, I think that's real freedom. So what is it that affects our ability to feel free and to be free from some of these habits or some of these choices that we make, or these feelings, or our physical conditions? I'm going to start by saying that part of that is the subconscious belief system. Okay, so when we're little, we have these experiences where we believe things about the world, we believe things about life, we believe things about money, we believe things about our worth, we believe things about our value. Okay, and a lot of times we don't pick up real positive things, perceptions about ourselves. And as those beliefs and those perceptions as negative things form in our childhood, it gets stuck. It gets stuck deep in our subconscious belief system. And you guys have heard me say this before, 95% of what's going on in our lives is directly correlated to our subconscious belief system. So if you have a really positive subconscious belief system, that's amazing. You're probably flowing and sailing through life. You're weathering the storms. You're doing great. If your life is not like that, if you feel stuck, if you feel like it's hard to get out of bed in the morning, if you feel like it's difficult to stay motivated, if you feel unappreciated, or if you feel judged or judgmental, right? If you feel frustrated and angry, those are some signs that you've got some negative belief systems that are playing out. If you feel stuck with your money, and you can't move forward, you can't ever make enough, or you make a lot and then you lose a lot, that's another sign that there's some subconscious belief systems that play here that are holding you hostage and not allowing you the freedom to move forward. And that awareness right there can really help put you in your personal power. That understanding that what's going on, the frustrations and the anxieties and the depression and the feeling like you can't be happy, feeling like things aren't working out for you, like all of those things are just symptoms of what's holding your freedom hostage, those belief systems. Really a powerful process to be able to uncover that. And that's exactly what I do with my clients. And I had, one of my sessions that I had with a client this morning totally inspired this Facebook Live topic. And I really just want to share the affirmations that we uncovered, or that we released in the session of hers, because it was so powerful and it was so freeing. It was amazing. And the best part about it for me is like being with her in those moments where she's waking up to the truth about who she is, and being with her in those moments where she gets it, like she doesn't have to be held hostage by those belief systems anymore, that she can be free to move forward, that she can be free to live her life's purpose. That is the biggest joy. And free to be connected to God and that divine help that she has. That is the greatest joy for me. So I'm just going to invite you to just relax and to just take some big breaths while I read through these affirmations. And I want you to kind of visualize yourself like letting go. Visualize those things where you feel stuck. Visualize those things that you feel aren't working in your life. And as I read these affirmations, like really breathe them in, because we're gonna be moving, anything that's stuck that you're ready to let go of. And if you don't know what that means, like just trust me on it, okay? Trust that this few minutes together can really make a shift in how you feel about yourself and help open up your understanding of who you are and what you're meant to do here on this earth. So, okay, if you can, close your eyes and take some big breaths. I am free to choose. My heart is open and grows stronger every day. I am connected to my divine light. I am free to love myself and others. I am free to forgive myself and others. I am free to live my life with joy and love. I am free to be happy. I am free to be connected to my core divine truth. I am free to be and feel connected to God. I am free to allow my divine support to help me. I am free to live life to the fullest. I am free to be and feel worthy and deserving. I am free to know that I am enough. I am free to keep moving forward. I am free to be successful. I am free to love and be loved. I am free to dream and live my dreams. I am free to discover what works for me. I am free to be me. I am free to feel successful. I am free to allow, accept, and receive divine abundance. I am free to ask for what I want. I am free to receive what I ask for. I am free to feel all of my emotions. I am free to learn and keep going. I am free to feel and be creative. I am free to see and be connected to the big picture. I am free to take one step at a time. I am free to grow and expand my relationships, my life, my business. I am free to feel divinely guided and protected. And I am free to receive the help and support that I need. Okay, so take a nice big breath. Okay, good. So one of the essential oils that I'm going to recommend to help connect you to like this feeling that you're feeling right now of just like opening up and being able to move forward is cypress essential oil. Okay, cypress essential oil is the oil of motion and flow. And that's an oil that I use just about every single day. I drip it down my spine because I want to feel supported in moving forward. I want to open up that ability to just keep moving, even when things feel hard. Even when there's something on my to-do list that I don't want to do, I don't want to get stuck there. I just want to keep going. I want to be able to just move through it. And I'm using my words very carefully. Like when I don't want you to have to feel like you have to push through it, you know, and fight through it. Allow yourself to move through it. Everything doesn't have to feel like a big struggle. Okay, and a lot of that is just reprogramming how we look at a situation, and redefining what's going on in our lives. Okay, so one of the things that we talk about a lot in sessions is this idea of, well, I make a little progress and then I fall back. And I love this perspective that I've learned over the years, is that when you are actively like choosing to learn and grow, and you're trying to progress, and you're working on moving forward, and you're clearing those blocks, that feeling of falling back is not really what's happening. What's happening is that you're moving forward to higher levels of happiness, of peace, of spiritual connection, of understanding who you are and what your gifts and talents are, to, you know, higher levels of success. So when that happens and it feels like we're getting triggered, what's happening is that you're breaking through some blocks. That's your sign that you're ready to up level to a new level, a new higher way of being and feeling. And so I'm just going to encourage you, think about, as you're moving forward through life, allow yourself some grace. Allow yourself to realize that you're not falling back, you're just up leveling. And there are ways to help you through that quicker and more joyfully, and that's what my team and I do when we're working with clients. So there is my my message for today. I hope that that you felt some movement and some opening up, and that ability to feel more free to move forward, more free to really understand like who you are, and that you are enough, and that there's an important place for you here. So thanks for being here, you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can contact me at my website, jenpolson.com. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on LinkedIn if you're interested in that. But anyway, thank you for being here and always showing up. I appreciate that. Have a great day, you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.